Greetings from downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Today is Friday, April 28th, 2023. It is about 3:27 p.m. Mountain Time. I just arrived not too long ago in Salt Lake. Took the train to downtown, and then I looked up places to eat because I hadn't eaten all day. And I decided to go into Harmon's grocery store and get a burger and fries from a place called Just Burgers. I already finished eating it, but that was a picture of it. Alright. So now I'm going to be getting ready to take a train that actually goes to Layton, Utah in about a half hour. So I figured I would do a little bit of a video. Over there across the way is City Creek Center, and this was something new that I did. I didn't realize that there was a link that goes underground over to City Creek, so let's show that off for a second. So up ahead of us would be State Street, a main road, and then this link essentially goes underground, allows you to cross the street without having to walk to the corner intersection. Saw a little mural here, not quite sure what to make of it, but it said it was representing the Utah Museum of Contemporary Art, which if I'm not mistaken, I think is near the conference center, Salt Palace Conference Center. So if you go through these doors, that would take you to the food court. And then there's an escalator here that takes you to the other side of State Street, because I saw a sign in the middle of the street that said pedestrians use underground tunnel, and I was looking around when I was initially over here like, where's it at? So I went in this building and figured, oh, that's where it is. There's Taste of Red Iguana. You got a McDonald's, Uncle Shark. The Red Iguana place is, there's a main Red Iguana restaurant near the North Temple Station, but if you go a bit further toward the airport. So you got Sbarro, you got a Chick-fil-A over there. Then a Subway down that way, and plenty of seating. Beautiful day today. It's 66 degrees and sunny on this Friday, last Friday of April. The Cheesecake Factory is just beyond that tree there, and then if you go in there, that would be the City Creek Shopping Mall. If we took these stairs upward, that would lead us toward Temple Square, although that is still heavily under construction. But it's always pretty pleasant to walk through City Creek Center. So let's go ahead and do that. You can see they have everything wide open as far as like the doors. Usually during winter time this would all be like folded down and there would be automatic doors or doors that you would pull open, but now it's more of like an open air. And then I don't know how they do this, but that includes the ceiling. Like right now it's see-through and this, so for example if it rained you'd be rained on, but during the winter time that is completely covered. So it's nice that, they're able to use it year round and adapt. And you've got the pretty creek running through the middle. The big Macy's store anchoring it. Unfortunately, when I'm walking this direction, I think we're catching some sun glare. Now you could take those escalators and walk through the inner link to go up to the second level, referring to the second level right there. Oh, got a little group playing music over here. So this is Main Street if we were to continue walking on this. But we're going to go through the other half of City Creek Center. Well, hopefully the fountain is still running when we get over there. Got the Apple store. Oh, it's nice to see these fountains on over here too. Last year when I was here a few times during the summer, these were like off because of, I think, the water drought that was happening. And you see the banners advertising the soccer team, Real Salt Lake. The Utah Jazz didn't make the postseason after a good start to the year. And then my Cleveland Cavaliers were eliminated this past week after a disappointing series against the New York Knicks. This is a nice shot right here where you've got part of the Fountains, City Creek Center, and the unrenovated, or part that's not being renovated, portion of Temple Square. I think now they're projecting late 2024 or 2025, but it's like the biggest tourist attraction in downtown has still been under construction for such a long time. Frontrunner that I'm looking to catch comes at about 4:01. Right now it is 3:39, so I should have time to do a leisure walk to the Frontrunner Station. For perspective's sake, the Frontrunner is like all the way that direction on the border of downtown Salt Lake City. Nordstrom, I guess, would be the other big anchor store at City Creek, although it's technically not. It is actually connected, I think, to the mall on one end by Louis Vuitton. There's the Family Search building over there. Very prominent in Utah for genealogy. Now you see that hotel at the very end with the mirrored windows. That was not here when I first came in 2018 to a conference. So in the time since then, they've completely built, and I believe it's open now, so it should be finished. That is probably now the main hotel for the conference center. Over here is Maurice Abernaval Hall. And don't be fooled by the birds that are on top of that track station, because those are just artistic birds. Little statues. I always think it's cool how they have the treble clefs as the bike racks. Fits the theme nicely. Now, can you get a bike lock around them? I don't know. I'd have to think about that. You know, sometimes those artistic bike racks, although they look cool, aren't as easy as the standard ones like this to just get your rack around. This one looks like it's almost been unbolted from the ground. So as far as walking goes, if you're ever for some reason doing this walk like I do, the stretch from the Salt Palace Conference Center up until the Vivant Arena where the Utah Jazz play, it's kind of like 2 to 3 blocks of, you know, nothing that you're gonna want to see in terms of sightseeing. It's like maybe a couple hotels, and then on the opposite side of the street you've got like surface parking lots. Oh yeah, good timing. Always nice when the light changes right when you walk up to it. I still have the bus pass that I got from the airport station. That's what I used to get downtown, so technically I wouldn't have to do this walk if I didn't want to. I could just take a train back to the main Frontrunner train station. But I like to keep busy and active, so I'd rather actually walk than just sit at the bus stop. I think it's cool when I arrive like at the train station knowing that it's going to leave within 5 minutes or so. I don't want to be just standing there idly for a half hour. Oh, so I didn't realize this is a grill house and tavern, Copper Canyon. And we're just about to see the Vivant Arena peek into view. I am still overdressed from Cleveland weather this morning when it was about 50 degrees there, and it was actually a little rainy too. Nice to see some spring blooms still active right here. They haven't changed over to their full green leaves, and you can smell that. Anyone who sees those trees know they have a unique smell to them, perhaps somewhat unpleasant. I think we thought we would have gotten the walk sign. I pressed the button. Let's see. Maybe I just don't have this one timed up and mastered like I do other intersections. Well, it didn't change. Let's try it again.
Wait.
In the distance, you can see a train coming into downtown Salt Lake. So that would be, for example, what I took from the airport. And it has several stops within downtown, and it keeps on going. Alright, I'm going to pay attention to that arrow once it changes to red. If this doesn't change, I'm just going to go on my own. Yellow, red. Let's see here. Did it change? Yep, this time it did. Maybe I just didn't press it hard enough, or maybe I was a little too late last time. I've been inside the Vivant Arena once. Not for a Utah Jazz game though, it was actually for an episode of WWE SmackDown. That was in summer last year, summer 2022. It's always nice to turn and like get a perspective of where you just came from. Looks like they're doing some type of... I knew they were doing construction of some form on the gateway, but they've even got a huge crane there now. I don't know if it's rehab or maintenance or if they're actually changing part of it. They've got the fountains on at the gateway too. We're still good on time, about 9 minutes until the front runner comes. And you may be thinking to yourself, 9 minutes? You're not leaving yourself any time. I trust that I'll be able to get there in time. If not, you guys will see me look foolish on the video. Now they have a temporary walkway here for whatever construction they're doing. I mean, normally you would walk through here anyway, but it would be like the pavement you see on the right side. Escalator is currently out of order. we're not going to do like a tour of the gateway. I've done that before in longer in-depth videos. There's a fountain there as well. And they usually have some type of events here during the summer, like movie events. So I'm not showing off the gateway again. It's another like outdoor strip mall with most of it being that direction. We're heading toward the Frontrunner Station, so you're seeing the tail end where there isn't really anything down this way. But to get to the Frontrunner, we are going to make a left turn right up here. Some days it's really heavily trafficked when cars are exiting parking lots, especially if it's after an event at the Vivant Arena. But right now we're probably shy of when people would be getting out of work, since it's 3:54 p.m. And then the Frontrunner Station, it's called the North Temple Station, is to our right. There's also like you want to call it a mini park, but a little area we can walk a dog or sit on some benches. And then I did a video at one point last year where I showed off the new bike trail that goes that way diagonally and then goes toward that direction. So feel free to check out that video. If you're coming from the airport, there's a stop on the green line tracks that it literally stops right in the middle of this bridge, and then there's an escalator that you can take to go down to this North Temple Station. Now, sometimes in the past I've seen homeless camps over here under this area, but then there's been other times where there aren't any. It's like, oh, where'd all of them go? But today it seems pretty prominent. I see like 10 tents. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time. One of these trains goes toward Ogden, and then the other way would go toward Provo. So one goes north, one goes south. I'm heading north.